And the poem is called The Impression Maker, and it's just a poem that I decided to create pretty much soon after a school friend of mine had passed away under tragic circumstances in a car crash, and I just wanted to write this poem that would, you know, explain his life. Soccer, he was a really good soccer player. He had an underage cap for Ireland, played with Cork, and I just wanted to write in a rhythmic and beautiful way that wasn't sad or in any way tragic as the event was, and just that worked really well. And you know, people were able to read that, and I think within a couple of weeks, even though it wasn't my plan, it is the one poem that made a town kind of realise, God, this guy can really write. And you know, I had a old friend of mine asked my sister and I, how can he do this? How is he able to do this? Which is lovely to hear. So for a poem like that, even though not planned that way whatsoever, it's lovely, and it's lovely for the family to have and for me to give to them and to have gotten to read as well at the funeral. The way Cathal was as a person helped the poem's strength, because I wrote it. If it wasn't true of someone, like maybe a certain story mightn't be, it wouldn't be as good a poem. So in a way it is literally a collaboration between me and him, however you want to see that. And for people to read it and realise that I could do it and that it was something I wanted to do and meant something, that was important, because I think poetry, that's important, that, you know, people can see how much it means about a certain person that people loved and cared about. So it was huge for me, but mainly for the family to have was always the driving aim. It was unexpected that, you know, national papers had picked it up, you know, and, you know, my brother rang me and said, what do you think of the title to that article? And I was like, oh, it's nice, it's kind of arty. And he goes, that's one of your lines from the poem about Cathal, The Impression Maker. So it was nice, but it didn't really sit perfectly with me, because the poem was the poem. That was up to them to do it. But what was nice for me and fitting was that it did take a closer to home paper, such as the Southern Star, to actually write the one article that wasn't based on the tragedy, but rather on Cahill's life, on that he played soccer, that he was an incredible guy that came home to meet people, that if you'd seen the funeral, it was like a procession, people came out of houses, it was like for a celebrity in his own way he was. And so it was important that the Star had actually managed to write it in a caring way, which I had done exactly with the poem, so it kind of worked hand in hand, which was fitting. I guess the fact that the family have it, even though you can't fathom what they're going through, it's a stepping stone for something to help, for them to realise there's people around, to realise that this person that cares deeply about them wrote something that will always mean something. It's up to them to take from it how much they can, but with Cathal I've realised it's a lot about stories, people are telling stuff, so that's one that they can go to, that they have in their home and they can take solace from. You know, it's not going to make the defining difference, you know, it's not going to bring him back, unfortunately, but it is going to, you know, hopefully a very capable writer with skill, if he could do that about their son and not feel that he overstated anything, then that should mean a lot to them, hopefully, as it does me. So that's really important, as it does rely on the poem. Really, the bottom line is you want people to feel something from it, and that's what this one is doing, which is very important under the circumstances especially. The Impression Maker. A crying town weeps whilst 1/3 of brothers goes to take him home in cradled arms. This has simply been speechless, and we will never get to forget what it is exactly that you mean to people. No, they sure don't make them quite like they used to, do they though? And you can rest comfortably assured, Cathal Murphy, because your natural born crushing tackle ability to take a million made from gold memories and to store them right by our everlasting everything is second only ever to your jaw-dropping staunch quality atop a football field of Bandon FC, Cork City, international underage cap dreams. This is heartbreaking and utterly unasked for, yet your lad's lad, ladies' man, friendly and charming demeanour shall forever precede you, cause you to breathe all over again, some may pray. Just settle, say, when we can be heroes like you. Goodbye, our fantastical friend, for you reminded us all for one last time that you meant more than most people could have ever fully fathomed. And now we can only get to go where we go to best reinvest by these trusted reimaginings of you, the forever wanderer. A man's true worth has to solely lie with just how incredibly much he will be unforgettably missed. God bless and Godspeed.